How are you?
Good. I want to get a Twitter picture.
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to table it for me?
You're so good. I was so
somebody.
impressed. I'm like, yeah, you go. I'll go down to Twitter. Right. Yeah, let's take another one.
Here,
And the
here.
lighter?
I'll give you this one. Okay, that one's better.
That's good.
Okay,
That's good. So how are you doing? Good. Well, with the snow right coming in, not just for here, but I'm from Boston. I was supposed to get dumped on. So I was supposed to leave tomorrow in the afternoon, but I have a day and
Okay, hi, I'm Naoma Doriguzzi. And I'm Allison Creamer. We're here with Taniya Nayak from HGTV, where Ashley Furniture's grand opening here in Chesapeake, Virginia. We're so excited to meet you, and we just had a couple questions for you. Well, Naoma and I were trying to figure out, where did the passion come from? What started you on your career path?
I feel like I've always been creative in some way, shape, or form, whether it was cutting my girlfriend's hair in elementary school or painting or whatever it was. But my father is an architect, so I was always around buildings and design, and he was always pointing out what was interesting about a building. So I think that's sort of, it's just in my blood. Yeah, exactly. So that's pretty much where it came from.
So you didn't go into hairdressing, right?
No, and for good reason. Let me tell you, I've taken the scissors to my own hair one too many times, ended up with a mullet one too many times.
So that's come back in style, Tanya. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Mullets
someday.
I wanted to ask you, how did you get involved with HGTV, and how did that all happen?
It's interesting because when I made the decision, I actually did my undergrad in business and then I went back to school for interior design. When I made that decision, I feel like all the pieces of the puzzle started to fall together. I did my first show was on ABC Family. It was a show called Not First. The creators of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy had created the show, so it was great. It was during their big moment, and we got to ride their coattails a little bit. But after that show ended, I kind of caught the bug, and I realized how much I loved doing not just design, but doing it on television. And then there was you're never going to believe this. I found a posting, actually a friend of mine found the posting and sent it to me on Craigslist. So I got this posting from Craigslist about a new edgy series on HGTV, and they were casting people. So I submitted the website from the show that I had just done, and within a half an hour I got a phone call saying, we'd love for you to come on and do a pilot. And then from there, that show was called Freestyle, and it rolled into Design to Sell.
I remember Freestyle.
Do you? Yeah, it was a fun show. And so yeah, that's how I kind of got into the world of HGTV.
Well, just so you know, I follow your YouTube channel, so don't start with the videos. I love all the little quick tips.
Yeah,
So.
well, HGTV is great about that because they actually post tons of them. So I'd love to take credit for it. They're like really good at doing that.
Well, I'm in real estate, and so is Naoma to some form. And so, one last question: what do you think is the hottest housing trend right now? What do you think 2011 is going to bring?
It's interesting you say that because trends. I try not to follow trends too much. And one trend that has been ongoing for the last couple of years and still seems to be going in this direction is that new floor plan concept.
Yeah.
And, so I wouldn't necessarily call it a trend because it's been around for quite a while. I do see a trend in the fact that people are mixing and matching their styles quite a bit. There no longer seems to be that one set contemporary style.
My mother used to call that early attic.
Oh yeah, yeah, I like that.
It was an eclectic of a little bit of everything, and we called that early attic.
Yeah, well, we're lucky though because there are places like Ashley Furniture where things are affordable. You can create that look that you really want to get without getting too nervous. Because back in the day, people spent a fortune on their furniture, so it stayed generation after generation. It's hard to break out of a certain look or style. And now you can play around with it and have fun.
There's a huge showroom here of every kind.
Yeah. I'm like shopping for myself. Take one of those. Yeah, but as far as trends go, I would just try to tell people to make sure. In fact, I had a nice couple ask me a question earlier, and he said, we have this living room, and my husband wants to do the traditional formal living room, but does anybody do that anymore? And my answer, and it was a very good question, because I think a lot of times people design their spaces so that it fits what they think it's supposed to be. And it's your house, and if it's a 12 by 12 room, make that 12 by 12 space work for you, and figure out what it is, how you live your life, what you do, do you entertain a lot, do you read a lot, and make it a space that's just good for you. don't worry about it what it should be.
That's the best tip.
Yeah.
Make it what you want.
Yeah.
Forget about what it's supposed to be. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
There you go.
Sorry, I talked a lot.
No.